All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You got tape. You got tape right there.
368.
Here's Dalton. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them. And slip.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 56 yards. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Mike Ward, no chance. Here we go. 24. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. So Dalton now. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down. First and 10.
Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And some room to maneuver. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Get him, get him, get him. Check. I can afford. I can afford. Small. So nice number one.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the out.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. And a quick throw here that's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
4 down. Regular. 90 is the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. 90 is the mic. I've got it.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Give me a sec. I'm here all day. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
On first down, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Carl Lawson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Good set. 19. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get out of the
Back to throw, Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Watch the pass. Watch the
Here's Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 41, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. J.J. Watt, his second sack of the night. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. 4 down. Hey, wahoo! 90.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And able to find Green. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
368. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. 2 Move. You draw focus.
They'll run with Mixon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better. A little bit under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Dalton. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Dalton voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. Clayton gathers, makes the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
57. You can't block me. You can't block me. 57 to Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Watson now to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This from long, very long range. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's noted. And a costly one there as this game remains tied. Final moments, but he misses for a 2nd time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Dalton now to pass. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, go, 368. Check those out. Check those out.
Throw left side complete. It's Grant. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Begins attack. 19. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check out.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Set. 19.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 32.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him